No one is useless in this world who lightens the burdens of another. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. We rise by lifting others. The purpose of human life is to serve and to show compassion and the will to help others. Service to others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth. Kindness is the language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Alone we can do so little. Together we can do so much. To ease another's heartache is to forget one's own. The purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well. The only ones among you who will be really happy are those who will have sought and found how to serve. The best way to help yourself is to help others. If you want to lift yourself up, lift up someone else. Do your little bit of good where you are. It's those little bits of good put together that overwhelm the world. In helping others, we shall help ourselves, for whatever good we give out completes the circle and comes back to us. The best antidote I know for worry is work. The best cure for weariness is the challenge of helping someone who is even more tired. One of the great ironies of life is this: he or she who serves almost always benefits more than he or she who is served. What we have done for ourselves alone dies with us. What we have done for others and the world remains and is immortal. The smallest act of kindness is worth more than the grandest intention. You have not lived today until you have done something for someone who can never repay you. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. Act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. To give real service, you must add something which cannot be bought or measured with money, and that is sincerity and integrity. Those who are happiest are those who do the most for others. You can't live a perfect day without doing something for someone who will never be able to repay you. Your greatness is not what you have, it's what you give. Service is the rent we pay for being. It is the very purpose of life, and not something you do in your spare time. You make a living by what you get. You make a life by what you give. The simple act of caring is heroic. The best way to not feel hopeless is to get up and do something. Don't wait for good things to happen to you. If you go out and make some good things happen, you will fill the world with hope. You will fill yourself with hope. Be a rainbow in someone else's cloud. Do something wonderful, people may imitate it. To know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded. I don't want to live in the kind of world where we don't look out for each other. Not just the people that are close to us, but anybody who needs a helping hand. I can't change the way anybody else thinks or what they choose to do, but I can do my bit. Sometimes it takes only one act of kindness and caring to change a person's life. The true meaning of life is to plant trees under whose shade you do not expect to sit. What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. Our prime purpose in this life is to help others. And if you can't help them, at least don't hurt them. It is literally true that you can succeed best and quickest by helping others to succeed. If you light a lamp for someone else, it will also brighten your path. Never underestimate the difference you can make in the lives of others. Step forward, reach out, and help. You can't change the world alone. You will need some help. And to truly get from your starting point to your destination takes friends, colleagues, the goodwill of strangers, and a strong coxswain to guide them. Success is not about how much money you make. It's about the difference you make in people's lives. You can have everything in life you want, if you will just help enough other people get what they want. When you have once seen the glow of happiness on the face of a beloved person, you know that a man can have no vocation but to awaken that light on the faces surrounding him. The purpose of our lives is to be happy. I've learned that you shouldn't go through life with a catcher's mitt on both hands. You need to be able to throw something back. The work an unknown good man has done is like a vein of water flowing hidden underground, secretly making the ground green. The true measure of a man is how he treats someone who can do him absolutely no good. Don't be discouraged by a failure. It can be a positive experience. Failure is, in a sense, the highway to success, inasmuch as every discovery of what is false leads us to seek earnestly after what is true, and every fresh experience points out some form of error, which we shall afterward carefully avoid. The happiest people I know are those who lose themselves in the service of others. What we do for ourselves dies with us. What we do for others and the world remains and is immortal. As you grow older, you will discover that you have two hands, one for helping yourself, the other for helping others. The simplest acts of kindness are by far more powerful than 1,000 heads bowing in prayer. To do more for the world than the world does for you, that is success. Philanthropy is almost the only virtue which is sufficiently appreciated by mankind. The greatest use of life is to spend it for something that will outlast it. No one has ever become poor by giving. The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away. The best way to predict your future is to create it. It's not how much we give, but how much love we put into giving. The only people with whom you should try to get even are those who have helped you. To love and be loved is to feel the sun from both sides. I shall pass through this world but once. Any good, therefore, that I can do or any kindness I can show to any human being, let me do it now. Let me not defer it or neglect it, for I shall not pass this way again. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. You can't have a perfect day without doing something for someone who'll never be able to repay you. When we give cheerfully and accept gratefully, everyone is blessed. It is more blessed to give than to receive. To know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived, this is to have succeeded.